Welcome to my How to Buy a Home series. In this episode, I'm going to be reviewing an important document that you'll be receiving when you go under contract on a property, and it's called the Source of Water Addendum. And this shows you where the source of water is for the property, and it's a great platform from which to do more investigation and due diligence into the source of water itself and what are the long-term sustainability of the water source, all those kinds of things, because as you probably know, water is a big deal in Colorado, and we do have a lot more people coming to the area. They're building more infrastructure, and concerns are had that we might not have enough water over time. And so they're doing all sorts of things to conserve water and make sure that we have water in the future to support homes, municipalities, what have you. So I'm going to go through this form. It's pretty short and simple. I'll start with section 1, where it states, addendum to contract to buy and sell real estate. This source of water addendum is made a part of that contract to buy and sell real estate between seller and buyer, dated. I'll fill in the date there. And then for the purchase and sale of the property, known as, and then we'll put the address there. Pretty straightforward. And then it goes on to talk about in section 2, the source of potable water, which means drinkable water, water that you can use on the inside of the home for domestic uses. Seller discloses the following information for the source of potable water for the property. And so the seller is going to have to check one of these boxes to let you know where the water is coming from, or if there is no water. So the first one, section 2.1, it states the property source of water is a well, and then they should furnish you with the well permit number. And then it states if a well is the source of water for the property, a copy of the current well permit is or is not attached. Now, I'll tell you, with the Division of Water Resources for Colorado, you can look up this information by address. You'll see here the website for the Colorado Division of Water Resources on well permitting. And then when you click on over here for the well permit search, it'll take you right to here. And then you can do a search for a water permit, or a well permit rather, for the particular property. And it'll give you all the information that you'll need to look at for that. Now, one thing that you'll also want to look at is, does the well permit give you just domestic use, meaning inside the home, or does it allow you use for irrigation and other purposes? If that's something that's important to you, that's one of those things that you're going to want to research in regards to the well permit. For section 2.2, if it's not a well, they'll say the water provider for the property can be contacted at, and it'll have the name, address, website, phone number. So for instance, Longmont or the city of Longmont might be the water provider, or some other municipality. They'll have the address, the website, and the phone number, so you can contact them with any questions. It could also be a water district, like we got the Left Hand Water District, the Pinewood Springs Water District. And so that's not municipal, that's a separate water district that provides water. And that information, contact information, would be provided for you as well. Section 2.3 talks about there is neither a well nor a water provider for the property. The source of water for the property is, and somebody might just say there is no water to the property, or they have a cistern that they have to repeatedly fill, and they'll have to indicate that information, whatever it is, for that particular property. You'll see this in some mountain communities, and some homes just don't have a water source. They don't have a well, they don't have a water district nearby that they have access to. And so they'll just tell you, we have a cistern and we have somebody come up and fill it, once every week or month or whatever the case may be. That's especially, like I said, the case with mountain properties, and it's a getaway cottage, hunting cottage, what have you. And then looking here at the end, it says, note to buyer, some water providers rely to varying degrees on non-renewable groundwater. You may wish to contact your provider or investigate the described source to determine the long-term sufficiency of the provider's water supplies. Non-renewable groundwater is when you're drawing water from the source at a faster rate than it will replenish naturally. For example, if you are looking at buying a mountain home or a rural property that has a well, you might investigate as to, do they run out of water? When the family comes in town for Thanksgiving and several people take a shower on any given day, do they run out of water? And then it takes another day or two for that water source in that well to replenish so that they can use it for other domestic uses within the home. If that's the case, you'd want to know that, because if you have a bigger family or you plan on hosting family members, what have you, you'd want to know what's the sustainability of the water source. whether it be a well or the water district. And some water districts, some municipalities have restrictions on water use. And so those are just a taste of some of the things that you're going to want to look into when you're looking at a home to make sure that it has the water that you'll need for your uses, and making sure that the desired uses you want for that water source are allowable by law. So again, very important things to look at. This is just, again, a platform to tell you what the water source is and what further investigation you may need to do depending on what your needs are. Hope this is helpful. And if you have any questions about this information, feel free to get in touch, and we'll look forward to seeing you on another episode. Take care.